Yo, salute to everybody in here, man. I appreciate you being here, man. We ready to start this off with a little bit of humor, man. It's 101.9 Slime Radio, man. Straight up, man. It's posted, man. I'm in here. Y'all here? I see we got a couple guys in here early. Guys and gals. You know what I mean? Hold on, though. I really started this stream because I need some information on this Tay fella, right? We've been having these dull days, right, during the trial, and I need some information on this Tay guy. Straight up. Turn up in the chat if you in here. So, I need some information on Tay. Nobody gave me a confirmation on his real name, right? That's kind of tricky. So, I'm thinking, 808, what up? I'm thinking, you know, what, Nikki, what up? Bruce, what up? Pat, what up? Grease, Sharif, yeah. I'm thinking about, who exactly is this guy and how he's so elusive. Or is he not? He been in and out the clink? What he really been up to? Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. It's evening time, right? So I thought I kept getting cut off with the funk paperwork. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna run it back because I think this paperwork is actually funny. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do to start this thing off. But what I really popped up for is I want to get a real name on this dude Tay, so I could do some research on him. Nikki, you don't know who Tay is, do you? Jay Freezy, Leonard, Sharif, Yaya, Pirate Street. Yeah, yo, what's up with y'all? So look, let's get into this because this was funny, y'all. Seriously, this is real funny. And it's about Funk, y'all, Young Thug brother. So let's you mean start this party off right. So hold on, let me get the story right where it started. All right. It's funny, especially if y'all wasn't here when I was reading. I never got to the end though, so we gotta get to the end, y'all. It's not a lot though. It's a fast story. It's about the situation he got jammed up for. He got life for it, but he gave it back, and now he just serving 10. So you could say that's a fair trade, right? I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty fair. If, but I think he has to go back to court for this. So this what Funk has to go back to court for. I believe. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate you being here. Bruce Wayne, salute. You already know it's Friday night. Yeah. We can open the lines up too. I appreciate that, Bruce. So, boom. This Funk charges from 2007, I believe. Don't quote me. He was pretty young. He got charged with M, and it was from some fluke situation, him and some other dudes, right? Now, his co-defendants allegedly turned state witness against him, right? Got him life. Now, I believe this is the case that Thug paid to help it get overturned. And eventually it did, and he got a new trial. So this is from the description of what happened the night he caught the charge. Well, the incident took place, right? So let's see. So it says the evidence shows that on the evening of December 21st, 2017, Yarborough and his nephew, Kenneth Kaiser, were walking to a check cashing store with a check for roughly 1,500 buckaroos. Along the way, they encountered Darius Jordan and Rawlings, who offered them a ride. Jordan and Rawlings were strangers to Yarborough and Kaiser, but they were friends with Greer, who was Funk, Young Thug's brother. In fact, Jordan was driving a Honda that he had borrowed from Funk's mother. Jordan drove Yarborough and Kaiser to the store, where Yarborough cashed his check and returned to the Honda. Jordan and Rawlings were strangers to Yarborough and Kaiser, but they were friends with Greer. Remember that, y'all. Greer is Funk. Yarborough purchased the Kriznak and a little bit of smoke from Jordan and kept the remainder of the money. The men purchased some paraphernalia that goes with it, and Yarborough then smoked the Kriznak in the vehicle while Jordan drove around. Jordan made at least one stop while driving, and he ultimately circled twice around the block of the neighborhood on which Greer's mother lived and where Greer lived on and off. That's Funk. During this time, Jordan was talking on his cell phone with someone. Eventually, Jordan parked the car, and Rawlings exited the Honda. At that time, a man dressed in all black approached the vehicle. The man greeted Jordan and then ordered Yarborough. The man greeted Jordan and then ordered Yarborough and Kaiser at gunpoint to get out. That's tricky. He greeted the person in the car, but then robbed the other dudes in the car who was strangers. He should have, I don't know, hold on. Get out of the vehicle. The man ordered Yarborough and Kaiser to hand over their drugs and money, which they did. Then the man ordered them to walk away from the vehicle. Kaiser began to do so, but Yarborough threw his jacket at the gunman. Yes, you heard me. Yarborough threw his jacket at the gunman. He's a ninja, y'all. The man fired his weapon, fatally wounding Yarborough. Whoa, the jacket really didn't work, y'all. I think that's hilarious. But respect to the man who lost his life. So, all right, Yarborough lost his life. He tried to block the bullet with the jacket, y'all. It didn't work. Rawlings, Jordan, and the gunman got into the Honda and sped off. Kaiser described the gunman as a young, light-skinned black man with no facial hair and a buzzed haircut, a description that Funk fit, although the state later indicted Funk as the banger, or the actual culprit in this incident, who actually banged the gun through the jacket. Kaiser did not identify him in the lineup. Whoa. He did, however, identify both Rawlings and Jordan. Also at trial, the state presented Rawlings as a witness. Rawlings testified, but only after the state granted him immunity from prosecution. He testified that he was riding in a black Honda with Jordan when they picked up Yarborough and Kaiser. After the men cashed a check, he and Jordan sold them, helped them obtain some paraphernalia for the with which to consume the drugs. Rawlings testified that Jordan eventually drove them around the block near Funk's mother's house and stopped the car. Rawlings confirmed that Funk approached the vehicle and ordered Yarborough and Kaiser out at gunpoint. Damn. During that time, Rawlings walked to the rear of the car because he wouldn't have nothing to do with the robbery, quote unquote. He testified that he then saw Funk bang Yarborough with the iron. You know. He fired one at him through the jacket. Following this, Rawlings jumped in the vehicle with Jordan and Funk and rode off. Jordan and Funk gave him $50 and told him to shut his mouth about what had happened. He later identified Jordan and Greer to police investigators. The state introduced cell phone records to show that. Just before the shooting, Jordan had been talking on his cell phone with someone using a cell phone that customarily was used by Greer's older brother. Young Thug's other brother. But the older brother who is deaf. Whoa. Is this the one who just got locked up? But the older brother who is deaf and used his phone exclusively for text messages and purposes other than audible communications testified at trial that he was asleep at his mother's house at the time of the incident and had no knowledge of the robbery and murder. The older brother also testified. Whoa, who, the deaf one? The older brother also testified that on the night of the shooting, his phone was on the couch next to him while he was asleep. In closing argument, Funk's lawyer said that the most important instruction given to the jury was the charge on accomplice testimony, arguing that there was no evidence to corroborate Rawlings' testimony identifying Funk as the shooter. The state, in response, argued that Rawlings was not an accomplice, and so the prosecution did not need to corroborate his testimony. The jury asked during its deliberations for a definition of an accomplice. After it was charged on the definition of an accomplice, the jury returned a verdict of guilty on all counts. After conducting 4 hearings, the trial court granted Greer's motion for new trial in early 2019. The court observed that Rawlings admitted during cross-examination that he was a party to the crime of armed robbery, as he was with Yarborough before the armed robbery, was present for its planning, and had prior knowledge it was going to occur. He then was present when the armed robbery and shooting occurred, fled the scene with the co-conspirators, and received $50 to stay quiet about the robbery and murder. Furthermore, upon review of all the testimony presented at trial, the trial court concluded that Rawlings' accomplice testimony was insufficiently corroborated, so Funk was entitled to a new trial. The trial court did not abuse its discretion in making this determination in its capacity as the 13th juror. Consistent with the jury instructions, the jury could have returned a guilty verdict after concluding either that Rawlings was not an accomplice, in which case his testimony alone was enough to convict, or that Rawlings was an accomplice, but his testimony was adequately corroborated. Yeah. So, y'all, that's how Funk wound up in jail all the way in 2007. He did a nice bit of time on it for it to get overturned. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty tricky. Sound like he did a nice bit of time. So, well, it was supposed to have been life. So I guess there's no percentage of life that's considered to be good. But like, if you did all that time and you give it back, that's, But yeah, what y'all think about that? Yo, salute to everybody in here. I appreciate y'all being here. Tap the like button, help me get to 100. Where the Atlanta people at? Salute. That was just me jumping in. That ain't what I'm going. That ain't what I'm doing. I can't, to be honest, I ain't coming with nothing too heavy. I ain't feel like doing no recap on the trial right now. I'm interested in doing some research. I need to fill in some blanks. We got some new characters involved. I need to know who Tay is. And the research team, yeah, they said he a rapper. He said he a rapper. Nobody ain't got his music videos yet. The other bloggers ain't post who he was. The dude that was a witness was a junkie. Yeah, they both were. They get money though, so they still working. Well, I'm assuming. I'm assuming because I'm putting myself in the shoes and I know how that is. You got a hun if somebody from that team will speak up. What, a hun for who? From Atlanta? Or what you want them to talk about? You talking about for the name? Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. We're on a night shift, man. I appreciate them gifted memberships too, Bruce Wayne. I appreciate that straight up. Yeah, this ain't gonna be no heavy stream, y'all. Ain't nothing too heavy going on. That's on Funk paperwork, y'all. How the charge, and he telling you how it got turned over. So he doing 10 backup time. I don't even know how he got 10 backup time, y'all. Oh, hold on. Yeah, well, how did he get 10 backup time if he was doing life? Hold on, bro. That man got let out. He ain't go back to a new trial. Hold on, bro. Well, somebody in the comments explain that to me, y'all. Explain exactly how Holmes just got sent back for 10 years. I'm confused. Glanville, I watched it too. I could have swore Glanville gave him 10, y'all. Let me find out. We found another discrepancy or something, y'all. He got caught with a gun. And you're saying that because what? I already thought about that. That don't answer my question. Don't make me do this right now. I ain't even spark my blunt right now. I ain't even spark my blunt, Champagne. You really gonna do that? Be honest. Does that answer my question, Champagne? Think about it. He ain't go to court for that. He got backup time from Judge Glanville. How could Judge Glanville even give him backup time? Judge Glanville was his original judge? How that work? I thought you go back before the judge that you went in front of the first time. Champagne, you ready to think? Or you just gonna short me? So his new gun charge went in front of Glanville? That fast? Like, get me right. You ain't stopped typing, did you? Nah, it was an M charge from 2007 or so. Don't quote me on the date. That was when he was way far younger. Way back. Way back. That got overturned, y'all. He was doing life on that. What is this that he just got 10 for? This don't even make sense now that I just thought about it. Hold on. Or whatever he just got from Glanville. Holmes just got some backup time for getting caught with a gun. I understand that. But how was Glanville the person who gave him the goddamn backup time? All right, the 10 was his plea deal. There you go, she done. There you go. You made sense out of it. So Holmes doing 10 for this. God damn it, my dumb ass forgot all about that. There you go. Yeah, the plea. I'm dumbing, y'all. I'm dumbing. It's crazy though. Oh, so look, this the problem, y'all. Y'all got an open M charge with this new gang Rico, and Holmes was locked. Hold on, what the hell? Oh, yo, when did that boy come home? 2019. That boy got thrown into Rico and got 10 years and went, what the fuck? Yo, what crimes did he do since 2019? Something ain't right, bro. All right, you in jail for murder. Get locked up before even why so even considered, y'all. Am I correct? That boy locked up before why so even considered. That boy ain't in no overt act in the goddamn Rico. Who know about an overt act in the Rico that he charged with? That boy not even charged in the Rico, y'all. With no overt acts, I don't remember. I swear to God, like I do not remember. Yo, we done been through this thing a million times. What is he charged with? Was the Rico? How? That boy come home 2019. What the hell? That's cap. You can't even tie this back here. You can't even tie this to that, y'all. You reaching to tie him to this, y'all. I mean, to YSL from this. Like, I mean, he ain't running with nobody like that's like his age separates him. For real. You can clearly see that with this. Your age separates him. He don't come home to 2019. But they ain't got that in the Rico, yo. I consider that. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, I know what time it is, but nah, we can't do that. You gotta put some of that overact in there to put me here. Seriously, you gotta put at least an overact. What happened? I got caught with y'all with the strap. You can't just do you throwing me in, because remember, being a part of a gang ain't illegal. Yeah, on funk. Being part of a gang ain't illegal. So I could have the tattoos, I could do the hand signs, I could talk about it all I want. I could wear clothes, all that. All that. All that. I could be around y'all in y'all videos in the old, like, yeah, they using it to incriminate y'all. I'm there, but I ain't break no law. I'm just gang, which is not illegal. So what if I was behind the wall? What's my charge behind the wall that makes you consider that I'm with YSL and prove the pattern of crimes that I was committing behind the wall that furthered YSL? Yeah, y'all think I'm asleep. I ain't forget about that pattern shit. Between 4 years, don't sleep. The patterns of crimes have to be within 4 years. Don't sleep, y'all, in OGCA. Fuck wrong with y'all. Yeah. Yeah. So essentially, we could be a gang too deep and sell birds, or we could do it every 5 years. Well, every 4 years in 1 month, and it's not a RICO in Georgia State. You heard? That's law. Allegedly. I mean, they made the rules, baby. Tell them Cali boys being in the gang is not a crime. Um, they fell into the trap of the process. So nah, but this dude's over there that's beating cases because of the phony technicalities. You know how this go. You can't be a nobody. You gotta have a couple of dollars or somebody that care about you. You know how this go. Or you fooled in that system. Just like the streets. So the court ain't nothing but an enhancement of the streets. If you're a nobody in the streets, you gonna get treated like that in court. Vice versa. Straight up, y'all. Same game. I promise you. Why you think like people that made a name for themselves, or they got a family, or they got a couple of dollars and things like this, they make out. The court don't. I mean, some don't get it twisted. They be definitely getting smashed off too. But if you look at the ones where you do think like, damn, yo, Holmes made out, just like Lil Rob. Who Lil Rob? You know Lil Rob. You ain't talking about the Lil Rob I know. Is you? Yeah, why he really locked up, y'all? I'm gonna keep it real. Funk locked up. That's tricky. I ain't never looked into his situation. Oh, Lil Rod, Miss 904. Lil Rod. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. They look like they threw him in the mix. He don't belong in it. They try to take Rod's crime and throw it underneath of the umbrella of the big YSL to make them really look criminalistic, if you ask me. But his age separates him enough to distance it. Straight up, that's a kid, y'all. That's a kid. That's a kid, y'all. Eppinger, a kid. They trying to chill with their older homies, but we talking about a 10-year span. Now, in certain circumstances, there is a connection between us and our little homies, and then another tier. That's 2 tiers down. 10-year window. Yeah, you know how this go. You got the 3, 5 year, and then so forth type of gaps. So that's essentially like 3 different tiers of age right there. It's really like a 3-year window. You know how that go. Every 3 years is like a different group, like you slightly out the mix. Now, every once in a while, you might got the young boy that hang with the dudes that's a couple years older. He really younger than them, but technically, Everybody look at him as, yo, he not even supposed to be with y'all. Y'all know how this go. Once it's about 4 years, somebody look like, yo, who's Lil Yo? It don't matter if he's 17 and everybody else 21. You know what I mean, 21 and everybody else 25. Think about that. It always will look like, yo, but who's... we all 15, he 11 or 12. You feel me? It's like, yo, but what we gonna do with yo? So 3 to 4 years, bro, that's a real gap. A real gap. And Thug clearly did not need some extracurricular young super dummies around him at the level he was at, y'all. Let's keep it authentic. Let's be real. Come on, bro. He removed from that entry level of the street and having crash dummies in 2016, 17, 18. Come on, bro. Like, he already up. I can't just have loose scragglers off the street running with me and I'm going to tell them to do something on the strength. Nah, bro. Like, so Eppinger and Lil Rod, I'm respectfully had to say, I like Rod. Eppinger I'm throwing under the bus. I hate to do it to him, y'all. Yeah. I feel like he threw us under the bus. I feel like he went rogue, put the YSL on his face, trying to be cool. I'm serious, y'all. I think that boy threw that tattoo on. Well, who the hell going to stop you, first off? No one has said. One person didn't say, yo, if you ain't from Cleveland, you can't be on Cleveland. That ain't even got shit to do with YSL. Did he say that? If he says you ain't YSL, you can't be on. I don't know. But apparently, niggas could get a YSL tattoo and ain't nothing gonna happen. True or false? I mean, who gonna do something to Eppinger? He looked like a big husky, little dude. Yeah. Big go for anything as type of fluffy one, bully somebody type. Yeah. A whole foot too big for his age. Seriously. He in the courtroom looking like he about 6'4", for real. For real, y'all. I'm going to keep it real. When I looked over, he looked grown. I'm like, oh, man, he one of them. Big youngin'. Dumbin'. So when he 12, 13, he looking like a grown man. And I think one of the overt acts does include him doing something dumb with the lady in the park. Took the car and crashed it. Right? Had us looking stupid, didn't he? But he the same one did the thing with the police. Now, is they going to bring that up in this trial? They ain't get to that, did they? I hope they don't include that in this. Seriously. If God on our side, yo, he gonna skip that part because Eppinger not in this trial and we get to skip over that police situation, y'all. I got some weird ideas with the police situation. Who remember we watched the video? Everybody in here watched the video of allegedly the police creeping up on Eppinger and Eppinger tussling with him and removing his firearm and using it on the police. Did y'all see that? I sure think I need to watch that back now. Golly. Because when I watched it, I ain't have a scope of the flying car. Queen, salute. Listen, y'all. This video is fish sticks, ultra. I'm talking about gourmet fish sticks. Yeah, these motherfuckers made out of real fish, no filling. Yes. Flounder sticks. Yes, this shit authentic. Who remember that shit? Look what KP just said. Hey KP, I'm about to smoke your boots real quick. Hey KP, put the flying car with Eppinger. Put the flying car with Eppinger. Ho, KP. Let me rephrase it. What if they was using Eppinger like they used Bean? How you feel about Bean? Like they got him to help them be, to Bob Ross, a narrative. Some of y'all too young to understand who Bob Ross is. It's the white man with the afro that be painting the pretty little trees. Yeah, yeah. They got him to Bob Ross. Bruce Wayne, salute for the gifted memberships. I appreciate that. All 5 of them, straight up. Yeah, they use Bean to Bob Ross, a narrative for the flying car. Y'all, that thing ain't go down like that, y'all. Go back. Go back and look at it. That thing ain't go down like that. Just to let you know, you want a discrepancy? When you go read the plea agreements for Bean and big homie Fred, the truth is in there. Red walked over to the scene. They were still in the car. Red told the police that they was in the car. But they don't got Red recording. Red got a recording, y'all, from that day. But what would he have said? Red would have told the truth. Remember, Robeson now was out of pocket. They had to cover it up. Pay attention. Go back and look. That car at that laundromat, remember they say it was a police car sitting there? Cap. Lie. I'm calling it. I'm hard stamping. I'm betting the house. I'm betting the house. Officer Black with the rookie chick in the car, not there. They lying. Go back to both their testimony. You think I'm bluffing? Go back to both their testimony now and listen to what I just said and listen to how they described the event and ask yourself, do it add up? They try to tell us that them people in that car got the wrong suspects, y'all. Seriously, if you listen to who they say they captured, they twisted the story up. That's why the dispatch lady, the actual lady that was in the car with Robeson and them, Al and them, come on the dispatch later. They came back on the regular dispatch channel. They went off and went to the secret channels. Then you hear Shorty come back on the regular joints and try to tell us that it was a girl that got away. And she don't know how she climbed the fence. Shh. Shh. They was running mega plays trying to cover their tail. That's why Quinn came in. Brian still let him go. Brian still ain't want to. My theory, this my theory. Brian still is not his job to try to expose police corruption. That's going to cause too many problems for his business. Yeah. That's my theory. That's why he ain't even pressed that line. Like, what I'm going to do? Try to expose something they got away with 10, you feel me? You know how many times he probably seen them do stuff like that? You can see why. They ain't want to pay out. They hit DK and Fred in the back. They had to touch it up somehow. They tried to put it on Thug, but if you see, DK didn't jack it. If DK would have agreed with the Thug story, Thug would have got in trouble, I think, y'all. They needed somebody to corroborate Bean. Nobody did. He actually went against it. It's so serious when you read the paperwork from Fred and DK's plea deals, the judge knows it was a play. I ain't making this up, y'all. If you think I'm bluffing, tell one of your other favorite bloggers to pull up DK goddamn plea deal from the flying car and Fred Prothrow from the flying car and look what the judge say on the transcripts. Swear to God. The judge even peeped it. Judge say, I don't even know I don't know. I don't want to quote the judge, but the judge acknowledges in the paperwork, man, y'all boys definitely was out of pocket. But this whole thing don't look right. Swear to God. Now I'm paraphrasing. But the judge say that, some shit like this. Look, I'm supposed to give you way more time, but because this investigation is botched, like fluke, I'm just going to do this. I swear to God. On record, intentionally, the judge did that. So I'm explaining all this because I want you to understand to what extent they was to go. Now, I don't know if they just wanted to put something on Thug that bad or they was looking to not pay out. Or a combination of both. Because, I mean, now, let's think. We seen the way Quinn was trying to line Thug up. Now, I was trying to figure out why would the law be on you so much if you getting into fame? This ain't just about no regular hating nobody blood, bro. Real rap. You don't just want to knock a guy down that's successful and androgynous. I ain't even gonna lie. He jealous of yo being androgynous? What is this, some type of zest war? For real, y'all. Like, let me explain. So, Quinn's underlining hidden hate for Thug. Like, would he really line him up that much? Like, seriously. So I'm sitting there considering, like, yo, hold on, bro. What could he have against that man? What could he have against this man? Right? I'm trying to put the pieces together. Like, yo, all right. He talked to him in the mall, played a 50 with the ball. Whole time, though, he got some type of, you know what I mean, secret agenda against Holmes. He want to knock him off. What's this about? I remember the conversation where he mentioned Kente and how he know Kente, woo, woo, woo. That always was lingering around, but I got off that. I left that alone. Like, I ain't tripping about that. What's up with Holmes? Why he so mad, right? Only thing I could think of for a homicide detective to be on your heels to try to line you up and have no regards about, your well-being later is if you really one of them ones. You got away with one. You got away with one. I owe you. I owe you. So it's fair game to line you up. Yeah. No regards for like the law. Nah. You got one. You got away with one. Ain't no way I'm gonna prove that. But everybody told me. Everybody told me. That's the only way I could figure out Holmes will be willing to line Holmes up with that car situation like that. For no, like, out of, like, why he going for yo like that, though? Like, what yo do? What yo do? Yo. Yeah. 2013? Eric, exactly. Well, see, you don't assume that Thug was off the porch. You gotta listen to. Wasn't off the porch already. You gotta listen to the streets. The streets tell you Holmes ain't that green. Now, of course, you got some guys outside that consider him to be less active than them. Hence, you get people calling him rapper boy. But can you say that he ain't never did nothing? Nah. It might have been some fluke. Look at the fluke situation his brother got. Yo, yeah. Well, all right, but yeah. I ain't talking about the timeline, y'all. Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. Help me get to 200. Bruce Wayne, I appreciate those gifted memberships too. So, bro, who in here? So, since y'all knowledgeable, who's Tay? What's Tay real name? To the people that's telling me about 2013. What's making y'all talk about 2013, y'all? 2013. Yeah, I know. Thug had just caught a gun charge. Oh, yeah, nah. Flying Cars, yeah. Flying Cars 2013, 9/11. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, this 2013. September 11th, 2013. 2 days prior or 3 days prior, Thug got caught with a gun, which always stood out to me. Like the Yo, going to jail or being involved in some major events 3 days, 4 days apart is some crazy shit. Bro, you just getting the jail off you. We just bailed you out. Or you feel me? Like, yo, I swear to God. Like, that's crazy. You don't know a nigga. You don't, any nigga you know with this timeline, he's a nut. To get a gun charge and then you suspected of being the flying car? It's unreal, to be honest. Like, yo, remember I said it off top? Like, hell no, that boy caught a gun charge and came home and did this? Hell no. With your rap career, who remember me keep asking people, yo, where was he at in his rap career at this point? I kept asking, like, yo, hold on, what songs was out? But now that I know the timeline, cat, like, hell no. Something ain't right. But I need this dude Tay name, y'all, so I could do some investigations, y'all. I really need to know his jacket because apparently they saying he is him. Where you at now? Yeah, in 2013, yo, Thug was Thug, y'all. It was boiling up. He was Thug though. It wasn't no, you know what I mean? He was already getting paid to be Thug. Let's put it like that. I wouldn't doubt if his name was already incorporated, like, signed and sealed, meaning paid for. And that'd be a nice way to check to see how official he was. That boy had that name officially, you know what I mean, signed and sealed in 2013. That says a lot. Because in 2013, to even be knowledgeable to jump ahead and do something like that. It's crazy that Taya Schoolie cousin. Facts. He was a capo in the hood before a plaque or a mention. I'm assuming that must be a bar. And I hate that you said it like that. Dontavius Wright. Cap Kid, where you get that name from? Whoa. Whoa. Huh? Man faces murder charge after shooting girlfriend in car. Dontavius Wright, 38, pulled into a BP gas station on Cleveland Ave at around 12:30 a.m. and flagged down officers. They said they found a woman in the SUV's passenger seat with a, yeah, the woman identified as 42-year-old Vermika Williams. What? Relation? Hold on, y'all. All right. Weinstein and Hingerty, who represent Diamante Kendrick, wrote in their emergency petition that there were serious breaches of Georgia's Code of Judicial Conduct that violated their client's constitutional rights. Glanville denied three motions for his recusal and has obstructed defense counsel's attempts to have a disinterested party review the numerous allegations, the filing said. It asked the High Court to direct Glanville to assign the recusal motion to another judge and order him to produce an unredacted transcript of the private meeting, citing a lack of evidentiary foundation caused by Glanville's own recalcitrance. What? weenie doing it, refusing to provide a transcript of a secret ex parte proceeding. Glanville has hindered defense counsel's ability to effectively pursue relief by claiming judicial privilege, they wrote. They also said that Glanville's obstruction of the defendant's right to a fair and impartial trial has risen to a level that any attempt to resolve the matter in Fulton County Superior Court would be ineffective. Weinstein noted that two writs previously filed in the case have been pending for more than a year. Those writs sought the return of jewelry seized from Young Thug's Atlanta home during his May 9, 2023 arrest. The jewelry didn't belong to the rapper but had been loaned by a jeweler for the star's live performances, attorney said. Glanville's court is where writs go to die, Weinstein wrote in his latest motion, imploring the Georgia Supreme Court to intervene. Defense attorneys have suggested that during the secret meeting, the judge and prosecutors pressured witness Kenneth Copeland to testify by threatening to hold him in jail indefinitely if he refused. They ain't say indefinitely. They said to the end of the second damn trial. Copeland, who goes by Woody, has spent the previous weekend behind bars after Glanville jailed him for not testifying. The Fulton County DA had granted Copeland immunity for his testimony. The immunity has been signed, so you are required to testify. If you don't testify, the state is probably going to ask me to jail you, and I'm probably going to do that, Glanville told Copeland after the witness indicated he would exercise his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. He did eventually testify after a weekend behind bars. When Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, questioned the judge about the meeting, Glanville demanded to know how he found out about it. When Steele refused to divulge his source, Glanville held him in criminal contempt and sentenced the prominent defense attorney to 20 days in jail. Waiting for the trial to conclude before the beginning appeals process could take years, the attorneys argued. Weinstein estimated that the trial, now in its 18th month, could last at least another year. It's already the longest case in Georgia history. Emergency relief is requested because the witness that was coerced by Glanville was presently on the witness stand, Weinstein wrote, saying the judge would control the scope and substance of any cross-examination by defense attorneys. Attorney Chris Timmons, I never heard of, a former prosecutor who served as head of the Organized Crime Division in DeKalb County DA's office, estimates that he's tried more racketeering cases than anyone in Georgia. But he said even the most complex RICO cases shouldn't take more than 9 weeks to present to a jury. It seems like the case has gone off the rails and it may be time for a new judge to step in, he said Friday. I have no idea why this case is taking so long. If Glanville is instructed to step aside, Timmons said prosecutors will have to start the entire trial over. Damn. He said Glanville wasn't wrong to threaten Copeland with jail time since the witness had agreed to testify in exchange for immunity. But Timmons said defense counsel had a right to be present for that ex parte meeting. Once defense attorneys sought Glanville's recusal, Timmons said he should have asked another judge to rule on the matter, just to give the appearance of fairness and partiality. Copeland, meanwhile, has become somewhat of an internet sensation among the thousands of people who tune in to watch the trial each day. His reluctant demeanor, funny expressions, and roundabout way of answering the prosecution's questions have become fodder for many in the comment sections of the online live stream. In recent days, Copeland has taken to social media to post pictures of himself floating around a swimming pool, another of him playing billiards, and a humorous collage of various facial expressions he's made on the stand over the last couple of weeks. How y'all feeling today? What's your mood? Copeland asked his 57,000 Instagram followers on Thursday, allowing them to choose between 4 screenshots of him making faces on the stand. What? YSL trial attorney pushes for mistrial after leaked interrogation video. Man, you are one of my favorite people now, one woman responded. Others, whoa, I told y'all he getting chicks. Others replied by quoting some of the outlandish things Copeland has said in court. That included the time he implied that a prosecutor smelled bad and asked her to move away from him. Attorneys are due in court Monday at 9 a.m. to discuss possible redactions to Copeland's interrogation videos, but the jury likely won't return until the week of July 8th, following the long Independence Day holiday weekend. Mm. Yeah, what y'all think about that, man? Y'all beefy in here? Yeah. What, he going viral? Tap the like button. Oh, y'all ain't got me to tap the like button, y'all. They was watching my page. Somebody was saying that he told her to back up because he sneezed. What, he TikTok going crazy? So he finally famous. He be on TikTok. Oh no, nah, the jury don't remember shit. They older than me. Not saying no disrespect. Hold on. Let me say that different. Nigga, my memory is not the best, to be honest. Now hold on. Let me say this. Some old motherfuckers got a memory like a goddamn, yeah, man, computer or something. So it depends. Some people get paid to pay attention, so you never know who up there. So it could be some people that do got good memories or understand how to remember what's important. Let's say that. It ain't about remembering all. What was the important parts to bring up later? So it might be a shark over there. All these nicknames. I don't think you need to keep up with the names because, like, I do the names for other people, but like once I think you can keep up with this story with the main characters. Hence, that's why bigger gangs probably don't be getting Ricos on the whole gang, y'all. Because once you get into a goddamn million overt acts and you really got 100 different co-defendants, think about that. Yo, did we get a name? Hold on, yo. This dude, that article I just read about that dude, that ain't right, y'all. That ain't right. That wasn't him. What happened? What the hell is this?
We believe that Judge Christina Peterson will be completely exonerated of these charges.
What happened?
At least 2 eyewitnesses have stated that Judge Christina Peterson.
I had to sit there and call out and just feel horrible that nobody actually helped me. I've never been in that situation before in my life.
As the investigation continues to unfold and more facts come to light,
and he keep wearing
we
bow
believe
ties.
that Judge Christina Peterson will be
bad.
completely exonerated of these charges. At least 2 eyewitnesses have stated that Judge Christina Peterson only tried to help Ms. Love, who was being brutally and viciously attacked by a man outside of the Red Martini nightclub.
I apologize to the young woman that he was with that, I pushed her after she started being aggressive with me, and I apologized several times.
That's
So
a
I turn
judge?
around and I say, why are you trying to provoke me? Why are you calling me out my name? And that's where it started. He pushed me down. I scraped my elbows.
Oh.
He viciously attacked me, fist force, punched me in my face.
Whoa. Who?
And she was the only one to help me. She's the only one that was grabbing to help me. Everyone else in that video was his friends, grabbing him, trying to grab him, but could not attain him. She was the one that
This
was
a
grabbing
judge?
him. She didn't mean to hit the officer. The officer swooped in and grabbed me up.
Yo.
He didn't even care to see the big man that was actually brutally hitting me in my face. So when she seen him grabbing me, she didn't know it was the officer. She thought I was still being hurt and attacked.
I think in the heat of the moment,
I do not trust this guy, y'all. He making the bow ties look bad, and his blazer is shabby as a John. Why that bitch so wide? Hold on. Yeah, y'all, I gotta make sure I come up right. Hold up. Now I'm starting to get the hang of this thing. Cuz ain't right.
a lot of things happened, and maybe the officers got confused, but certainly someone should have at least investigated or taken these people's names and numbers. 5 police cars left the scene without speaking to the victim. That's just not right.
Yo. She approached the police and struck him. What? I don't know about that. What y'all think, man? Straight up. He make me feel some type of way about that bow tie. Straight up, man. I don't know about him. Oh, they ran a political play? That's what that is? Hey, look, right? I don't know what they got going on, but something ain't right. That's her? That's not the same chick. That's not the same. Who is that? That's the chick that was talking just now. It's no way. It's no way, bro. That's her? Then the glasses ain't right. I ain't never seen that. Where the glasses? Hold on, this is a bad camera angle. This a bad camera angle. That's not her. She the lady crying? Oh, all right, all right. That lady got locked up too. Man, makeup is crazy. God damn it. Yeah, man. I need to know about this Tay dude, y'all. That's a clean picture. That's a nice picture too. Let me get that. How's she shooting with a Sony camera? That boy got on a short sleeve robe. He crazy. Yo, who in here from Atlanta, y'all? Come on, y'all. Give me the name on Tay, y'all. This Tay that Woody talking about in this interview, man. Who is this Tay?
24405.
Within the street. Now they said
37.
Okay.
The port.
You prime suspect, but move yourself out the equation. Who you think did?
Child father suspect.
I'm just saying, like, word on the street is you been
Tamor McIntyre. Where you get that? Where you get that? Golly. Where you get that at? You know, yo? Nah. Who the hell is that? Man, that's TK, bitch ass. Man. Fuck you giving me fake names for, man?
you been trying.
Yo, please don't go that. Why would you start talking about TK? I'm asking about goddamn Tay from Georgia. Fuck. I'm serious. Damn. Nobody got no help? All right.
Convicted within the street.
Now they said two of my other partners were locked up for it, but
Who?
they to my head and doc. But they ain't have anything to do
Who was
with it.
that?
I locked up.
Who was that? Clarence.
I think that's your name. I stand like a mix. Yeah. They saying they did. Out though, man. Yeah, head out. Yeah, head out. They saying they did. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make it
What
like.
you think? Like, I'm not. What do you think? What do you think happened? Like real shit.
I think it got something to do with them. I think they did something. They got another beef somewhere else. Cause I been hearing stories like Nut's supposed to ran off on somebody with some. You know what I'm saying? But it's just on the coast.
Right.
I'm just on him because I'm with Thug and Birdman,
Right.
and they come back to them.
Right.
Why would people be telling Thug and Birdman that Nut ran off with something? Woof. Why is that any of their business, y'all? Uh-oh. Anybody ask that? Like, who the hell calls Thug and Nut to tell them that, Thug and Birdman, that Nut ran off with something? Think about that. Like, how are they in his inner loop of working? Like, who, like, what? Kente and them? Pause on that, Bruce. Pause on that. Or it was a situation with Fly and them. Or Nut was getting work from his father peoples. Woo. Didn't nigga say Nut father brother was a connect? And his father brother, so his uncle was a connect and his uncle homeboy. And his uncle homeboy daughter was Bushi. And after he got smoked, his father stopped dealing with that homeboy. But the Nut father brother was getting busy. KP, tell me what you talking about, yo. What you mean Rich Homie ran off on a couple rappers? Explain, bro. You can't say that. You can't introduce new information without giving me. That's too vague. Cause like saying it like that, ran off on him with what? A feature or some work? Running off on a feature is crazy. I'm gonna keep it real. I know about it, like somebody telling somebody sending some bread and the guy just don't do something type shit and basically G check him. Feature money. All right, say less, say less, say less. Nah, that's. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Don't believe the rappers. Let me say that. Let me say this. Don't believe the person blaming the other rapper. Let me say this. Nah, Don, I'm going to go past this. I'm going to tell y'all why every rapper gets accused of this. I'm the studio dude. No, it's relevant, KP, because the dudes on the lower scale like to blame the dudes on the higher scale. And rarely is it these dudes' fault. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all. Listen, I gotta defend the dudes that's getting paid for the feature, y'all, because I'm the studio nigga that done been in the middle of this shit. I know exactly what the fuck be going on. It be the lower nigga fault. Straight like that. I'm gonna just tell y'all. So when you hear niggas shoot that claim out, yeah, it probably went down like that, but that nigga was dumbass business. Straight like that. Straight like that. Because most of these artists will knock that shit out. They do put you in weird-ass boxes, though. So they do shit like this. Boom. Yo, you want the feature? Niggas say, yo, niggas want 15 racks for the feature. All right, let me tell y'all how this shit start off. First off, you got to kind of have a line or be close to somebody that's even got this availability. So when it get presented, it's more like, yo, you trying to get the feature? Or you done reached out through somebody and they like, yo, I'm going to see what I could do. All right. When the number come through, nobody never wants to pay the right number. So that number he telling you, more than likely, that nigga ain't paid the right number that was supposed to have been sent. First off, let's just get that shit out the way. First off, I watched it. Yo Gotti wanted 15,000. He did 2 features in my studio in less than goddamn 12 hours, and that nigga got paid about a total of 16,000 for both. And I watched the money get transferred. Fuck wrong with you. Feature was 15,000. He left with about 16,000 from doing 2 hard ass features. Yeah, he knocked them bitches out the box. He wasn't playing. They couldn't say nothing. But that boy took a half short on about both them bitches. You understand? Swear to God. Now, he understood what he was doing. He was dealing with 2 dudes that didn't have 15,000. He in a smaller market. In order for him to get his 15 racks, he did 2. Seriously, he did 1 at the night, late night. Then the niggas called me back the next day, say they got somebody else. Yup. One of the guys get like 7,500. One of them like 85. I might got it a little bit off a little bit. You heard? Because I don't be counting guys' money. You heard? But my point in telling you this, it be the lower guy fault, y'all. Don't believe him. A lot of times they be phony. For real, y'all. Do phony shit like this. Look, dude come in, get the feature. The feature blank. The song blank. The nigga get paid for the feature before he make the song. So the artist so basically, yo done just paid for a verse. Shit like this. Then he want to do the video, never finish the motherfucker. Then he mad. And now his excuse is, yo ain't do me right. Yo said he don't want to do the video. Bitch, you ain't pay for that. And you came short for the verse. And you ain't. So you feel, I'm talking about mega shit they be doing, yo, on the bottom end. And I don't never defend, if you listen to me, I rarely ever defend the rappers. If you really pay attention, the famous guys. I swear, yo, but they do this. I've been the engineer looking at the dude like, yo, you really doing this right now? You flaking right now. You want the feature, but you ain't doing nothing. And I warn niggas, yo, you ain't getting this ain't gonna get cleared. So that's another reason niggas complain, y'all. Hold up. Nigga say a nigga gabbed him. Nigga did the feature. They try to go and put the shit out. The shit don't get cleared by the label because the nigga try to finesse it too much. Yo, you try to just clear a song, that motherfucker, you paid $6,500 for the feature, bro. Nigga, that's a mixtape joint, bro. You gotta make that shake. You ain't getting no motherfucking. We ain't do no paperwork on that like that, boy. So you thought the label was ready to let that go? What? What? Cease and desist. Cease and desist. So y'all don't trust these niggas if they pop up on the internet talking about, yo, I paid, yo. Woo, woo, woo. Yo, more than likely your business wasn't right. I'ma keep it real. I'ma keep it real, y'all. Artists do be doing some weird stuff. Cause, oh, hold on. Another reason why artists say this. That shit was trash. Homie paid for the feature. He thought he had something. The shit was trash. It ain't do nothing now. Holmes talking about, bro, yo, he ain't even do. Nah, bro, you got that shit on your hard drive. You recorded it. That shit trash. Now you regretting it. Talking about somebody. Nah, bro, that shit was trash. Don't blame it on him. You trash. Nobody don't give a fuck that you did it, so the investment was nothing. You know what I mean? I used to warn dudes and tell them, bro, is this feature going to do something for you? Because, like, without no machine, you can't make a feature shake. It'll get you a little bit of local buzz on some old, you know, oh, I see yo is able to, you know, pull a guy. But you got to get a combo pack of features from guys in a short amount of time to really make it roll over, y'all. I'm going to just warn you. It got to be attached to a whole game plan or that shit's irrelevant. Straight up, if you notice, there's a lot of local niggas with features. A lot of local niggas with features. All they doing is getting niggas jewelry. That's all they doing is helping niggas get jewelry. Features make you make your homeboys take you serious. Local people. Like, oh, yo got yo. Oh, he must be serious about it. It sets you apart from the average person in your city. Yes, sir. That's what it does. Oh, he really a rapper. He's clearly investing. He making moves. Is it worth it? If we up, I could make something shake with it, but we gonna have to press the gas and do it like a record label. So it gotta be we gotta build it. It gotta be a routine. Like we doing it on purpose. We literally are grabbing strategic niggas. We not just getting features from guys who pop up in town. No, we taking niggas market. So we got a street nigga from this area. What's his demographic? We targeting features to take a nigga's demographic. So right now, all right, so say I got a young nigga, right? He talking that street shit. He real young, kind of like, you know what I mean, wet behind the ears type of nigga outside from the projects, from one of these states, you know, don't really matter. Guess what I do? Lil Baby on the back end of his career. Guess what I do? Get the feature with Baby. Give a fuck. How much? 50? Bet. Guess what I gotta do though? I gotta make sure the time right. I gotta make sure my little man dressed right and he got the right songs before it. So when he get this one with Baby, it's like, but on, you feel me? I can't just bring him out the porch and do the feature off top. Nah. I gotta lay some foundation. Tay B is Diamante Mateo Warren. Where you get that from, bro? That person coming up for Detroit, bro. Yo, Where you get these names from, bro? From the D. Yo, why do you keep putting up names that's not the person I'm talking about? Pat, what's up? Yo, you trolling? Nikki ass, salute for that gifted membership. I appreciate that. Straight up. Yo, it's bugging. Yeah, I don't want no smoke though. I was just trying to figure out who Tay was so I could run a check on y'all. Straight up. That's weird. Where the Atlanta people at tonight? Nobody don't want to say who Tay is. Niggas scared of Tay. Yo, they scared of Tay. Tay must really be an animal. Tay must be an animal. Yo, a carnivore. They said he from West. Somebody said where he was from, matter of fact. I ain't gonna lie, somebody did say who he was. I don't know if he said his real name, but he did say, somebody in the chat said, yo, it's Tay from the West Side. What up? I don't know about that part, bro. You know me. I'm from goddamn Baltimore, bro. I can't say that, boy, from Bankhead. I don't know about that part. I still don't even got the main characters where they from. That's irrelevant. I'm going to keep it real. That part, that's too detailed for me to care. I know who Inglewood and who YSL. Knowing whether they from Mechanicsville, Cleveland Ave, all that. I mean, niggas is mingling all through these parts. So I don't even be tripping about that part. Yeah, it is Schoolie Cuz. They did say that. They say Tay was Schoolie cousin, I believe. What's his real name, though, KP? Yeah, I know it is a lot of Tays. Brenda. Haiti gang. Oh, yeah? Armed and ready, salute. I appreciate that straight up. Haiti gang? All right. It ain't this dude. He a buster. He told. This dude, Fleetwood. Ooh, I think I did hear Savage. Hold on. Holmes active, ain't he? Allegedly. Nah, I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong. There you go again. There go Haiti gang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it him? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Whoa. Get him out of there. This boy sweet. Sleeping with Birdman. Side note. Friday night. Yo, he was sleeping with Birdman. You could see it in his eyes. Damn. Pee-wee. Yup. He looked like he was going on boy dates.
I use Lubriderm, the cream, not even the pump, the cream. This shit's amazing. Just try it.
Yeah, that's right.
If I'd have had Lubriderm, the cream in prison, I'd have killed myself. That shit's amazing.
Early birds and all-nighters.
And I ain't gonna sit here and spin y'all. This is a high quality news conference.
He was an attractive figure to cover because he could wink and nod with the reporters saying, we all know what a phony deal this is, right? By saying it's all wrestling, he used his own cynicism to anesthetize people to what was going on.
Hold on, y'all. Your name Tay, who Moon Tunk was with. When? Something ain't right. Who chopped, dude? What you talking about? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold. Got something. Got him. Oh, my God. Got his bitch ass. Oh, my God. Look. Kenneth Copeland. You ready? You see that? 156 Maury Ave. Wanted. Suspect arrested. Firearm recovered. That's Woody, y'all. 6/10/2015. Firearm recovered. Oh. Y'all think that Dalviante is Tay? Uh-oh. I found him. I mean, I'm cheating. I got this goddamn presentation. Firearm recovery, y'all. How is they allowing the law to get these guns? Why they not trashing the guns after they do something, y'all? I'm lost. That's not a thing in Atlanta? Like, we just used this junk. You want to get caught with it so you get the charge of the crime? Or that don't happen. You don't get the crime just because you got the strap. Like, I'm confused. I'm not having no joint that's officially from an event. Nah, I need something that ain't yeah. I'm confused on that. But bro, what's up with this? First off, it say Kenneth Copeland is the suspect, y'all. That's that event where they hit, shooting at him and his family. A 40 cal. That wasn't no 40 cal. What? That wasn't no 40 cal he was responding with, was it? Was it? Is that the same event, y'all? And I thought he said he ain't never give him the strap. Or they ain't, you understand? Hold on. Do we know about this event? And if this is that event, that was a 40 cal? Who remember Woody getting caught with a 40 cal? Let me rephrase my question. Here the joint he got caught with before, that Diamondback. That's the joint he allegedly got caught with in the gym. How many dudes got the Diamondback? He was facing gun charges for something else, bro. The Diamondback. See, y'all ain't, come on, bro. How we letting him slide? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He shot back with a 40. All right, Pat. All right. Say less. No, you good, G5. He was facing, but hold up. So they ain't get this 40. This the one he didn't give him. This the 40 from when they tried to get with him and he hit the Matrix shit. All right, he had a 40. For some reason, I thought he had, who the hell gun was that in the trash bin, y'all? That was the ops gun? The M16 damn joint. Remember? The event that happened out front of his house. They got a picture of like a goddamn, you know what I mean? A show enough assault rifle on the photo in the blue trash bin, right? The recycle bin. True or false? I was feeling like that was Woody joint the whole time. He just tossed it in the joint. So they never got his shit, but they pulled up immediately. Case is useless. They put it together as they go. Well, it's falling apart as they go. So it got a flat tire. They try and patch it. They keep air. They keep rolling. So yeah, it's essentially a 10-speed tire. You know they already thin. So you know how a kid ride a 10-speed, and instead of when they go towards the curb, they don't hit the brake, and they just ride straight up on that. It's a 10-speed tire. You know that thing going bust. You feel me? So it got a hole in it. They try and patch it with the regular patches. That ain't even gonna work. You technically gotta get a whole new inner tube, which means you need a whole new case. You need all new evidence. So the evidence for this case is an inner tube, y'all. And they on flats. Or the 10-speed, man. Two of them. You heard. They roll straight over the curb. Da-dun. Yay. Psst, psst. You heard. Dumbass 10-speed, too. Yeah, you know how they big. And you know how you got to ride a 10-speed. They was riding linked over. You know how if you grab the handlebars low, yeah, think you going fast. They did it like that. Then it broke their neck. Seriously. They on one of them what that is? A tandem bike. It's like 6 DAs on the 10-speed. Bitch got thin wheels. 10-speed. Looking like some dumbass goddamn doublemint twins on that motherfucker. You heard? Fuck wrong with you? Hit the curb, full speed, done. You gotta be out there if you heard that shit before. Yeah, but Thug will be kept in jail. This seems like a street power check. Well, bless his soul. He made out. Bless his soul. That boy made out. by them taking it, I don't think the feds gonna play with nothing. I think the feds just wanted to peck at different people inside of it that have for sure cases with, different things that they got caught with. That's a for sure conviction. But by it being thrown up in the air like this, I think it's been pretty much proven that, it's not enough facts to incriminate this man. And I wouldn't doubt if you talk to some DAs, they would say they wouldn't have pressed this. Now, on record, they probably don't want to go on record saying that because it's probably not the best thing for them to say on record, but I wouldn't doubt that, bro. Straight up. I wouldn't doubt it. But hold on, y'all. Let's not let Woody slide, y'all. What is this right here? Hold on. All right, we ready to confirm. It sound like about the date that they came to his spot. And somebody said it was a 40. But they say it's recovered. Firearm recovered. Who lying, y'all? Uh-oh. Either way, we gotta lie. I done found some shit. True or false? True or false? I done just scroll down and found the lie. Who said he got a dead docket case that's sealed? Who said that, Miss Perfect? Send me a picture. Huh? Well, shit, that mean I need to look at this list a little bit more then. Mad salute. I appreciate that. Straight up. That super chat, I appreciate that, babe. Yo, y'all got to remember this, y'all. This is a discrepancy between Woody and goddamn Gaither. Seriously, and we do know who remember all the police that pulled up on Woody at the baseball stadium. Remember, who remember at the media section, the police's media section of the baseball stadium's medium section of the parking lot. Yeah, you heard what I just said. Yeah. Y'all remember? Goddamn 12, 15 police pulled up. Goddamn 5 gang detectives. The goddamn Major Glazer. Bruce Wayne, salute for the gifted subs. Yo, y'all need to remember this, bro. It's still this fishier than we think. Seriously, y'all. Let's be honest. It's still fishier than we think. Yo, that still don't make no sense. First off, why was they interested in Donovan Thomas's demise again? Why was the feds interested? What was their point? All right, let me ask the people in Atlanta. Before or after this, have they ever been interested in one single person's homicide? You seen a PDF breakdown of one person's homicide starting a whole breakdown like this? Real rap, y'all. Before or after, though. Like anytime, like, is this a thing they do? I'm sure some of y'all got loved ones that something happened to. Y'all would want them to go in depth like this, right? Excuse my French. No, Shane. If that's the case, then you would see this all the time because we got gang wars allegedly all the time. Right? So you would see in another time in Atlanta, something went down and they used a certain person's murder as a cornerstone for an investigation. So it would be routine. What is called, y'all? What is called? The POS or what is called SOP? Standard operating procedure. Is this making this thing about one person's homicide SOP? Is it? Man. So, y'all, remember that, y'all. The feds are involved, see, love. Yeah. The feds involved in Atlanta, y'all. If we listen. All right. The lady that worked with Underwood, that used to be APD, but she went to ATF. She still works in Atlanta. They are working in cohesion. Homeland Security has been working in Atlanta. ATF. They work with Atlanta PD. For some reason, things stay inside Georgia State system, but federal agents are a part of working. Y'all ain't been paying attention? So everybody keeps saying, yo, the feds gonna come. What are you talking about? The feds been there. Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. No, they work with them. Y'all listen. Look. They've been telling us the whole time, bro. We ain't been listening because it don't sound regular. We've been skipping over it. Look. They joint force in Atlanta with the feds. All them other agencies, tools they're using is federal. It's GBI, APD, ATF, Homeland Security, FBI, all of these, y'all not. Y'all been asleep. Y'all been asleep. I mean, it been blending with me too, but I'm privy every time somebody clarifies that they are ATF, that's federal. Whoa. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, nigga. Yo, put it like this. If I'm driving around and I see that on the dude's vest that's hopping out, I'm going in the house for the rest of the day. Matter of fact, I might not even go in my house. Straight like that. You playing with them. That's not the knockers. That's not jump out. Who the fuck? Matter of fact, some days you can see them and know that they're not coming for you. Oh, I'm glad to see them. Them niggas ain't worried about me. For real. So, like, I'm familiar with the levels of who's who. You see the shit say federal marshal? Them niggas ain't worried about me. So I knew we was dealing with federal shit. But it was still tricky because it's like, what's the cause? Gangs don't just bring that. Real rap, y'all. You don't involve. What's going on in Atlanta, y'all? They got something going on. They doing something real, like I'm telling y'all. Real shit. Like we could keep overlooking it, but like, yo, this 10 years they've been working in cohesion, building up their strength as a super team, essentially. Seriously. When we listening to them basically tell us how they've been sharing resources and all ganged up over the last 10 years. Seriously. And they basically describing that, yo, yeah, we've been really rocking with each other since at least 2015. So did they use Donovan Thomas' situation as a way to team this their first mission as a team? Because I done looked at all of the Ricos, and I'm going to keep it real. A lot of the other Ricos in Georgia State prior to this time period seem to be different. They either go federal, where it's clearly a federal RICO, United States versus such and such, in the state of Georgia, or Georgia versus that person. You feel me? These two different things. McNair, what if I told you they wasn't losing? They got a a RICO with flat tires, and he already got about 12 convictions out of them. And he got a nigga that's already serving backup time. Did they lose? And them boys got heavy backup time on the probation tip. So they got all them boys sitting on paperwork, y'all. They gotta go pay for piss tests. If they get locked up, they going to jail for backup time. They gotta pay for probation. I mean, they in the system. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Taxed. The best type of criminal. Yeah, the best type of prisoner, I mean. We got him out on the street. We ain't got to house and feed him. Yes, sir. What? And he pay us? Hell yeah. Work release with his ass on his own. The best leash. Dad nigga. Thug the biggest catch? No, what if Thug was just the net? And we knew we wasn't going to get him. We not even trying to get him. We threw the net, knowing that the big fish going to get out the net. The net don't even fit for the y'all. But all them low-ass fish around y'all, they caught.
EBAN Films.
Nah, McNair, look at it like this. They knew home was too detached. Anybody look at all this evidence going to tell them, yo, y'all reaching. If this boy is even involved, y'all reaching with this, trying to put him at the top. Y'all be better off dropping him off. And if they replace Woody with Thug, this shit closed. This shit would have been over. Jury would have smashed him. Just think about it, y'all. Just think about it. Just remove Thug and just put Woody right there. Seriously. Just swap them. Two different characters in the evidence you got. The bitch fit like a glove, don't it? Look, we'd have been, they'd have smashed their ass in court. Because you ain't got the cameras. First off, you know it's going down. You got less cameras. You see how they line Woody up in that back room. You see how they line Woody up in the back room. Come on, bro. DK, Bean, Woody, Tick. With them gang experts, this shit done. Jury behind all that. Thug actually creates you sure? Yo, think about that. So we just flipped it all the way around. So if you remove Thug, it looks open and shut. Woody girlfriend don't become a police until later on though. He don't get. I don't know. She ain't turned into a police till recent though. Miss 904. So you can't. That's why she ain't in the RICO. Otherwise, her dumb ass supposed to be in the RICO. Well, you could say they covered their own ass by not putting him in or her. But if you did want to connect him to YSL, which is tricky because he's not indicted, so the mere fact that he's not indicted, but he did claim YSL and he commits crimes and he's one of the most sought after criminals in Atlanta is, almost proof that they traded for sure convictions to try to get more, you feel me, out of a person that gave him felonious information over years. Why did they dismiss Woody murder charge for nothing? I think it was fake pressure. I think it was fake pressure. I think they wanted to fake put the charge on him to get him to try to talk. Then they put the gun charges on him. So if I put charges on you, you going to tell me who really did it. I'm just using it as a trick. So that's what I'm figuring. He gave him phony information. They turn around and say, all right, bet. But see, this was being dragged. See, this is what I want y'all to pay attention to. This trial is being dragged out with all these little nuances being put in front of the camera so the police know to tighten up. That's what it's about too. Seriously, I promise you, I ain't gonna get into too many details. But if you pay attention, all them little things that DAs and stuff was doing, now what you think they gonna do? They gonna tighten up. The streets gonna tighten up too. I'm telling you, social media gonna change. This case gonna make social media change. The streets, the way people talk on the phone. Yeah, hell yeah, they watching. It's getting drilled into their brain. See, if it was just a quick ass case that the news covered real quick, none of these elements would have been exposed. Someone just merely telling you, yo, them boys got chipped off because they was talking crazy on the phone. That shit go in one ear and one out the other, you heard? But when it's months and months of people saying, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro, them boys probably wouldn't even been charged if they wasn't on the phone like that. And then you finally catch the clip. You keep hearing it, but then you finally see a clip that say, oh, that's what they was doing. And they playing that in court. Man, all them young niggas gonna see that shit and respond. Start being tight-knit. Watch. Seriously. Police, they saying these hiccups. You think they don't see how they getting badgered up on that stand? They like, oh. Seriously, y'all. God's ready to tighten up out there. For real. Even the young people gonna see it and they gonna respond, y'all, because they don't want no, you know what I mean? First off, niggas don't want to be sitting for no goddamn, for all this time going to no long-ass RICO. Seriously. Now, you got some dudes who don't, might be ignorantly looking at it like, yo, Sid, your boy's getting clout. Nah, most dudes don't want that. Real rap. Nah. You can't go to Nextel, yo. You got to get off of technology. I know it sound crazy. I already thought about it. It ain't, though. Yo, we normally trap in our neighborhood. Y'all know dudes who trap without phones. You got to go back to it. The phone is convenient because you can have your people and they could call you and you could just pop up. But technically, you bringing in an option of, yeah. So, you got to go caveman. I'm out here at these times or I'm available. You got to get perpendicular on them hoes. Yeah. You got to hunt the sales. Find a new way. What if I go out as the broker, right? So I float. I'm the floater. I just go out. I'm speaking hypothetically like a motherfucker right now. Check this shit out. Payphone, hell no. They tap the payphone. So look. Listen to that. Nah, the chirp ain't right, bro. So look, right? All right. Say for instance, we got work. We got mega work. We can't use a phone. Them chirps was not disposable, bro. If your ass was jamming on the chirp, best believe we could find some indictments where they was on the motherfuckers. Best believe that. I could find a way to tap your chirp, bro. Yeah. Seriously. All we need is the rat. Seriously, yo, dude, we don't need... for sure we could go back and find some paperwork where they was on some chirps, y'all. I'm guaranteeing you, y'all. Don't sleep. Remember, niggas said they was the Fed phones. So niggas was definitely going down. In my city, it was a thing. Yo, them motherfucking Nextel owned by the Feds. Seriously. So don't sleep. The pager trackable too. It's sending data. What you determining is whether a judge, if you important enough for a judge to put a warrant on the device. That's the only thing stopping them, y'all. They done tap payphones. They done put bugs over top where niggas stand, y'all. So, yo, any technology, don't sleep, my nigga. What you saying? All right, how about this? How about we go to your phone company, tell them turn your phone off. When you come back and get your new Nextel, we done put a bug in it. You ain't hear me saying in the phone? My man don't talk on the phone because bugs in it. Yeah. Yo, listen. You need this type of situation, hypothetically, right? You got to think out the box. So we need something new. You got to go to a broker type style. Now, some areas got this, where you got a booker. You got a booker. They could track the beeps, bro. But the thing with the beeps was the people who had the beepers was low level. The foot traffic. So you can catch them on a hand-to-hand. So that's why you don't hear about a lot of niggas saying, yo, they was on my beeper. But, yo, if you go to some high-level indictments, you will see where they was tracking the communication and techniques that niggas was using with beepers, meaning the codes and all that. Yeah, busting niggas' ass. Hell yeah. Busting niggas' ass. Busting niggas' ass. Oh, that's y'all code? Oh, you send a beeper number and you put this in there and that mean this? Oh, all right. Hell yeah. Once the see this what happened, they get the rat and the rat tell them, yo, this how they doing it. Yeah, they was busting their ass, y'all. All that cold shit, or trying to type out, putting emojis before emojis. Yeah, you want to type slick, try to type words and shit. Nah, we got your ass. They technically, niggas created some elaborate communication through them, but there's always the rat that give them the source, real rat, the formula, so it get broke, real rat. So you gotta go analog, y'all. You gotta get on foot. So imagine you had a door-to-door salesman, but the sales truck don't pull up till he book a sale and everything's smooth. You heard? But it's all verbal, like physical, in real life. Like, yo, you needed something today? I was just stopping by. Nigga like, yeah, I'm glad you stopped by. What's up? You got it on you? Nah. What you need? All right. Let me make sure the coast is clear. Now, speaking hypothetically, y'all, I'm just lying. Yo, I'm telling you, the beepers is trash. You going down. It's a trace, Tracy. Come on, no pun intended. You giving them a track. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, the regular phone, y'all. Y'all believe me. Believe me. Y'all be surprised what they doing with the regular phone. The landline, oh, man. The origins of the landline is tapped. Y'all do know that, right? Like the original landline everybody's shit was tapped. Seriously, they literally was listening. For real. Like while you was on the phone. They with you on three-way. Operator. Chilling. She literally just plugged you in. For real. Then she gotta wait till you hang up. Like, all right, y'all done? Like, come on, y'all taking long as shit. Man, y'all talking about some bullshit. Is you finished? Oh, dreamy. You can't type that. Yeah, salute to everybody in here though. Subscribe to the second channel. So yo, who we saying that this Tay is? Hold on. I seen whatchamacallit came back in and said something about Tay. Where'd that go at? Where he go at? See, love, what you say you found out who Tay is, but he's not part of the street shit no more. And he never was convicted of any of them crimes. He was locked up for a quick sec for questioning, but nothing ever stuck. Nah, bro. I am not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting. Who accepting that, y'all? Y'all going for that? Who going for that, y'all, as the Tay we've been looking for? Who said that? It's in the chat. Yeah, you did used to be able to hear the neighbors. Well, I know how that worked. So he's saying that we just found the wrong Tay. And he gave us no name, though. And told us that, nah, this Tay off the street and none of that stuff ever stuck. Like, that's the craziest thing in the world. Tay in this picture? Man, I ain't jacking that. That don't even count, bro. Ain't no such thing as change your life. Nah, bro. He was active then. Niggas scared of yo, and now all of a sudden they talk about he changed his life. I ain't with that. Oh, you a Muslim now. No more dope game. Yo, and Shorty name keep coming up. Yo, is she a blood? Yo, what did they call her a blood nickname in this trial? Or I'm tripping. She looked dumb as a mother. Respectfully though. Not nothing personal, but that picture is like a like she was at the police station. Why she got the same backdrop as them? She got charged? She got a dumb and dumber face up there. Oh. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so C Love is telling me that it's not this Tay. Whose strap is this? Well, why they telling us that they recovered the strap from Woody though, y'all? All right, so this the thing, yo. Let me know in the comments if this the Tay they talking about. This guy. C Love says it's not. He says another one that retired from the street. They never got the gun what he had. That's cap. In this report right here, say they did. They say it was a 40 cal and they got it. For real. Look, I'm gonna show you. I already showed it. Kenneth Copeland. You see that right there? Pay attention. Oh, don't worry. I got it. Kenneth Copeland, pay attention. We're on the same line. 40 cal, pistol. ATF. 40 cal. Kenneth Copeland. Maury Ave. Firearm recovered. Ray Gun salute. Firearm recovered. Wanted suspect arrested. Just something fishy, bro. He did do. No, he did time on this, bro. He did time on this. This is what he went to the feds about. Right? I could be wrong. But from what I understand, he went to jail about this. Oh, no. I'm lying. I'm lying. He went to jail for the gun that he got caught with in the gymnasium. And then when they came to get him for that, he had another gun. All right, I'm lying. My bad. I'm wrong. He got locked up for the gun they found him with in the gymnasium with the H&M bag. And another gun when they came to his house to lock him up for that. Because remember, they let him go with all the police at the baseball stadium. I'm saying it's a baseball stadium. I don't know what the fuck they do down there. I feel like it's the Braves. But who knows who the fuck down there? It might be the Falcons, Hawks, goddamn soccer, lacrosse. Who knows who the fuck play down there? But they saying they got him with this other gun too, though. This 40 that day. Which makes the shit even worse because he told us on the stand that he ain't give him this gun. But they saying they recovered it. For real. And they say ATF got the motherfucker. He had to have it on him. He said as soon as he came back outside the house, the law was there, didn't he? So how the fuck he didn't give him the gun? Nah, shot back on the highway. Nah, I don't recall him shooting back on the highway. That was him? Man, I don't know. Nah, I'm talking about the one out front of the house. The Matrix shit. Yeah, that's the day they woke him up in June. Hold on, hold on, y'all. June 10th. Is that the event that happened out front of his house? Oh. What the fuck? Yo. I skipped the shit. Man, that shit happened in February. Bro. So what happened on June 10th for him to get chipped off, y'all? They skipped it. They just came and raided and picked him up on June 10th. Yo, that event happened in February, y'all. They let him go. Hold on, bro. Hold on. They let him go for the event protecting his peoples. Then he got caught with another strap right here. Then he got caught with another strap. Hold on. Yo, what the hell? Yo. Nah, y'all. This boy timeline ain't right, bro. Nah, hell no, bro. Hell no. Look. Yo got caught with this. He just got caught with the, in a situation where they came and tried to shoot at him. They let him go for that. All right. Then they let him go for this. Didn't come and pick him up. But how the hell he get caught with another 40 cal on 610? Think about that. Look at his paperwork, bro. Look. We know, we've been hearing about all them times, bro. What 40 cal? That's the one he shot back with. They didn't say it got recovered. So when he said they didn't get it. But they saying they recovered it, bro. Look, it say firearm recovered. That's the problem. They saying they did get this gun, the 40 that he fired back with. They got it on the 10th. But that event happened all the way in goddamn February. You feel me? But he told us he didn't never give him the gun. Yeah, they covered some shit up, y'all. Seriously. He went fed, bro. Look, he went fed. Yo, so essentially, yo, there's 3 guns. You got the gymnasium. You got the one that's in the house when they come for the warrant for the gymnasium, and the firearm. So was that that 40 cal in the house was the same one that they was looking for that he returned, that he had, and he had it in the house? But they must have did it. Surely they checked before for this gun. If they was looking for the gun he shot back with, surely they checked his house before. Oh, it might not have been there. Then he wound up with the same gun. Because, like, why they saying the firearm recovered? 610. It's a 40 cal. Now, somebody's saying, yo, that 40 cal is the one he used to fire back when they tried to get with him with his kids and his family out front. Okay, if that's true. This 4 months later. But he told us in court recently he never gave it to him. See, that's the problem. That's why we here right now, because I'm going off what he said recently versus what this paperwork said. They saying they got it. All right, Trontavious Stevens, 7-3, 2015, firearm recovered. Hold on, let's look at this list, y'all. Hold on. They was on their ass in this month. Look at this. They got guns off. Hold on, bro. How the fuck? How Trontavious Stevens get caught with guns in 2 places on the same day? Oh, no, the same month. God damn. What the fuck? Yo, look. 7-3, 2015, firearm recovered. Trontavious Stevens. 7-15, 2015, firearm recovered. Trontavious Stevens. What the fuck? Bro. Oh, what the fuck is this? 9/26, 2015, shooting, homicide, firearm recovered. Oh, who the fuck is that? Oh, hell no. Who the fuck is that? 9/26. Bro. 249 Milton Ave. Suspect unlisted. 45 caliber pistol, but 11 7.62 rounds was on. What the fuck? Bro. The other kid that got hit. Who you talking about? DB? Nah, that was earlier. This ain't DB. Yo, who's this, y'all? Google this, y'all. Who from Atlanta? Come on, stop playing. Nah, I'm holding niggas accountable. I gave you the date, the address, everything. Who this? Who this? This right before nut. What the fuck we doing? No, this after. Who is this? And why the killer not listed? 926. Hold on. Oh, it's her. It's her. But he told who did that though. It's Shorty, y'all. That ain't before Nut either, y'all. That's after. My bad. I'm bluffing. Nut all the way up here. I'm bluffing. I was wrong about that Nut situation all the way up here. I'm wrong on the date. All right. Firearm recovered. This tricky. So on 10/5/2015, this tricky right here. They got a blank traffic stop where Calvin Treadwell and Pete Collins got stopped at the same time at the club somehow. They found drugs on one of them and gun on another person, right? But it's another stop listed right here, and they not telling us. And why did Georgia State Police stop Calvin Treadwell? This boy worked for Georgia State Police, y'all. Look at this. Out of all of this case number, his has got Georgia State Police. That's crazy. And it's another traffic stop right here that's not listed. It's nothing listed for it. No info. It's blank. That's some bullshit right there. Who else got stopped that night? They got lined the fuck up. They got lined up, y'all. I'm telling you, I could see it right here the way this shit typed. Somebody got lined up. They ain't even typed that shit on there. They blanked it out. K Watts. Shooting and firearm recovered on 1/22/2015. K Watts charged. And then K Watts caught on. Yo, months later, he back out on the street after them boys got hemmed up. They put the boy back out on the street, y'all. Ain't that's crazy. Something ain't right with Kelvin Watts either, y'all. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, though, y'all. Salute to all y'all, man. I'll be back in the morning, man. He was at his ops cookout and didn't know it. When he figured it out, he tried to leave, and the setup was already waiting for him. He lied and put shell in the car with smoke them. What? I don't understand what you're saying, but salute. I'll be back in the morning, though, y'all. 8 a.m. I'm going to be doing deep dive like this, though. I'm going to be going into cuts and crevices, man. So, pull up if you rocking with us. We got a weekend ahead of us. Shell Cal Fam's government. They did say that, didn't they? Yeah, good night. Salute to everybody, man. I'm about to take it in for the night, but I'll be back early in the morning, man. I'm gonna be going in the cut again. Going through all of the information they gave us to see what we could find. Cause it's still a lot of flim flam. Salute to the people that's in here. I appreciate the gifted memberships too. Straight up. I appreciate the gifted memberships, the super chat, the cash apps, all that. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Have a good night, man. Straight up. I appreciate y'all pulling up too.